Om Ahom, three Kayas, Lama, deities of longevities, Dakinis of Udiyana, an assembly of wealth gods, please bestow the four empowerments upon me and other fortunate disciples.
Bring me settled with the supreme four empowerment upon my body. May I attain to the circle of Vajra.
Being bestowed with the supreme speech empowerment upon my speech, may I attain the power of Brahma's 60 melodies. Being bestowed with the supreme mind empowerment upon my mind, may I attain power over the unborn simplicity. May I obtain the essence Kaya empowerment, the ultimate empowerment that is the spontaneous presence of the three Kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the Guru's three Kayas, which causes the three poisons to manifest as the three Kayas. May I obtain the empowerment of the long-life deities of the five families, which causes the five poisons to manifest as the five aspects of primordial wisdom. May I obtain the empowerment of the Dakinis of Udiyana, by which the body of deathless primordial wisdom is attained. May I obtain the empowerment of white Zambala Jabun, which effortlessly and spontaneously accomplish ordinary and sublime cities. May I obtain the empowerment of wealth gods and treasure lords, which perfects the abundance of food, wealth, and riches. May I obtain the empowerment of Mahamudra, which liberates from samsara's pain. May I obtain the empowerment of self-knowing Dharmakaya, which is the primordial purity of the delusional perceptions of unawareness. May I obtain the empowerment of great completion, which is the primordial purity of all phenomena of samsara and nirvana. May I obtain the empowerment of the great middle way, which naturally liberates the four extremes of eternalism and nihilism. May I obtain the empowerment of the perfection of wisdom, which is inexpressible, being beyond words and thoughts. May I obtain the empowerment of total openness, free from fixation, which naturally liberates dualistic propensities. May I obtain the empowerment of immortal life, which is the unchanging expanse of awareness. May I obtain the empowerment of awakening within one lifetime, which is the endless accumulation of merit. gods, deities of longevity, dakinis of Udayana, an assembly of wealth gods, my own body, speech, and mind. This life, all solid and substantial matter, all these dissolve like clouds dissolving in the sky, or water pouring into water, without reference point, into the all-pervasive open space of Ah. Three. By this virtue of timelessness beyond the three times, may all beings be relieved from the suffering of poverty, hunger, and thirst, and may all wishes and enjoyments be fulfilled. At last may they be swiftly attain the most excellent state of the Master, Bhavasambhava, and Amitabha in the Buddha feels great bliss, and reach the ground of no return.
Page 45 in English. In conclusion, light stream forth from my heart. They strive those to be protected, all of whom I gathered into the home. The home is withdrawn into its dot, that then dissolves into my own first initiation.
네, 저는 들이 제일 던져서 선잡을 상강 낭랑한 그 속사성을 똑같이 경험이 제일은지 저 로르드 자동으로 잘 노래 일단 좀잘 저는 제일 이 동안이 면도를 잡을 상강들은 매우다가 이 생들에 대한 생각하다가 이름 저는데 지식경만 제일 지식경만 로르드 이거 생각해야 되나 sen napo funzione per di non chiamo siamo usciti nella hapo dove in tato sempre di questa stava bene napo funzione sempre come molto condividiamo non torne così non torne sempre dato si bande si va si va tipo di napo sai
In the generation stage, we have both the generation stage and the completion stage, and so we come to the completion stage. And in the generation stage,
얘는 그리고 로를 차는 저런 얘는 자기 토로 로를 자tok 동물이 로는 얘는 무조건 그만둬요.
so at the time of the creation stage, then we're
creating the stage with form conceptions. And so this is actually when we have like these separate bodies and so forth. This is a time when we're very solid. And at the time of the completion stage, then this is a time when all of this is gone, and we are at a point where we are actually beyond these concepts, without these concepts, where we are just in the ultimate nature of mind, such as the meditation on Mahamudra. And so this is the nature of mind. When we realize the nature of mind at its very basis is a nature that is completely filled of these concepts, completely free from these concepts. It is free of all conceptions and all afflicted mental states. And so this is the difference between these two, the creation stage and the generation and the dissolution or completion stage. And when we come to the completion stage, this is knowing mind at its very basis.
就是这个大洋这里轰就那啥，这轰就我平的，这里这大洋这两个要轰，这个轰就那地方的，这就是这个。
And so when we have that conceptual mind where we're creating, this is when the mind becomes solid. This is when the mind becomes like an ice block. And when we're in the completion stage, this is when we have completely melted that and we let go of that. And so again and again, we come back to the home. We remember the home and recall the home again and again.
起并不是。
Dedication prayers.
Page 11, Yellow Book. By this merit may I attain omniscience. Having defeated the enemies of my wrongdoings, may I liberate all beings who are tossed in the ocean of samsara by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. Whatever virtue sentient beings possess, whatever good they have done, will do, and are doing now, whatever goodness there may be, may it permeate all beings everywhere. I pray for the excellent health of the Guru. I pray that he lives a supremely long life. I pray that his activities spread far and wide. Grant blessings that I may not be separate from my Guru. May the Buddha's teachings, the only source of benefit and happiness, endure long, and may the victory banner of longevity for those upholding the teachings be steadfast. May the sound of the great Dharma drum liberate all sentient beings from suffering. Please remain and teach the Dharma for infinite millions of kalpas. By the might of this powerful merit, may the aspirations of the benefactors and their circles be accomplished within this very life. May their obstacles be pacified, may everything be auspicious, and may their wishes be fulfilled according to the Dharma. Guru Vajradhara, Tilopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Dharma Lord Gampopa, Patmadrupa, and Lord Jikumpa. May the auspiciousness of all the Kagyulangas prevail. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind root and lineage langas, divine assembly of Yidans, assemblies of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, heroes and heroines, Yogini and your assembly of Dakinis, all of you dwelling in the 10 directions, please heed me. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of attachment, hatred, ignorance, pride, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May thoughts of fame, reputation, respect, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta. And may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinity of space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. At the moment of death, may I not experience the suffering of being abruptly severed from this life. May I not suffer a terrible death. May I not die confused by wrong views. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of the mind itself, and in the crystal clarity of Dharmata. May I, in any case, gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in Nibbara. For this realm encircled by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. Tenzin Gyatso, Lord Chenrezig, may you remain steadfast until the end of samsara. Embodiment of the 3 jewels, great being who upholds and increases the teachings of the Shakya line. Supreme are your activities of guiding others with your perfect deeds. May you, the precious precious Guru who accomplishes everything spontaneously, live long. Prawn of the Shakyas, kind friend to strangers, the 17 great Panditas, Tilopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Gampopa, Jitansumya, and their lineage heirs, please bestow good fortune and auspiciousness. Protector Amitabhas, transcendent Lord who grants supreme life, everlasting, stable, and unchanging, and who diverts from untimely death anyone who merely hears your name or thinks of you, please bestow good fortune and auspiciousness. Living austerely in the highest training of discipline, full of compassion that is the glory of those to be tamed, devoid of all grasping, never parting from Mahamudra's natural state. Mudrun Timpe Nima, son of the teachings, may your life remain firm. May the teachings of the great Trikumpa Ratnashri, master of interdependence, omniscient Lord of Dharma, who has seen all noble things, be upheld unto the end of cyclic existence through study, practice, hearing, contemplation, and meditation. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 wheel-turning kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate eon. Your love is boundless like space. I supplicate the Bodhisattva Chandrisik.
Tashi delay, all my Dharma friends. And so now we've completed the Drupchen, and there's so many of you that come again and again to participate in the Drupchen, and actually the Drupchen is also done in other places. And so we're actually all very connected in this way. And also what really connects us, what is it that we all share? And this is the precious mind of bodhicitta. The precious mind of bodhicitta is something that we all share together. We all have this precious mind. The Lama has the precious mind of bodhicitta. The Yidam has the precious mind of bodhicitta. And all of the Sanghas have this precious mind of bodhicitta. And so this is the one thing that connects us. This is one thing that we all share together. We can always remember that. And we can think about the home. And we can think about the home as the aspect of bodhicitta, and that we are all sharing that. And so all of the complete teachings of the Buddha can be subsumed within the teachings of the true truths, the relative truth, the ultimate truth. Wherein the ultimate sense, then samsara and nirvana are singular. And what is that singular essence of nirvana? That singular essence of nirvana is the ultimate truth. It is, what is the essence of that? The essence is bodhicitta, and yet the aspect is bodhicitta, and yet in essence it is empty. And so when we remember the home syllable and recall our meditation on the home, we can know that this home is the ultimate truth. And in the relative sense that all of the methods of love and compassion are engaged, and we look to engender immeasurable love, immeasurable compassion, and we learn about the trainings of immeasurable love and compassion in the 37 practices of bodhisattvas. And so this love and compassion that is really the method, actually, it's the same for all of the different spiritual traditions. And so actually we can think that all people, all of the people that are practicing in the different spiritual traditions, we can think of them as all one big sangha together. So we're all included. It's included, all people are practicing this love and compassion. So we can see that we are all the same, one great sangha. And for those that don't practice, hold to any spiritual traditions, then we can also hold them in our hearts with compassion and having the wisdom of compassion for those that do not hold any religion special. And so, my Dharma friends, the very essence of this all is really love and compassion. And all of samsara and nirvana can be subsumed within love and compassion. And also we can know that with this love and compassion, we are inseparable from all other practitioners, and also the same together with our own sangha under our guru. And when we hold love and compassion, then we are holding our sacred pledge, our samayas. And so, although this is actually what holds us all together, when you hold the mind of love and compassion, then we are together. Simply being with my body while not holding love and compassion isn't terribly beneficial. It is the connection of love and compassion that really binds us, that really is our bond. And so we can remember that my Lama is the great heart of compassion. The Yidam is the great heart of compassion. And whenever you think like this, whenever you meditate and think like this, then we become one. When you practice, then we become one within that meditation, within that practice.
아직까지 상가대기 롱가 총골로 조건 잡을 자작하는 쪽 받아들여 다시 들으시오.
Tashi delay, everyone, Dharma friends, and also to all of you that are on the live stream. I would like to say hello to all of you as well.
How are you, man? Fine, thank you. Thank you so much for streaming and everything in this sound. What's your name?
Jan.
Jan.
Mhm.
I'm Armin.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks.
Yeah.